Welcome back. About a month ago, we had a segment talking about what you can learn about someone just from their handwriting.
So today, to gear up for the 2015 International Handwriting Analysis Conference, Vesta Abel and Bart Baggett are here to tell us what our handwriting says about us. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Great and Vesta, of course, it's great to see you again.
Thank you.
Now, Bart, you've been doing this for 20 years. Why do you think handwriting analysis is such a valuable thing to know?
Well, it's so fascinating because as some school systems even stop teaching handwriting, we're finding through neuroscience that handwriting is a great way to even change your personality. So everybody's interested about themselves. Your viewers at home are going, hey, what does my handwriting say? What do I have issues? What about relationships? It's such a great tool. So even employees are still using it for personality to choose people. All these dating apps are great, but you don't know if you're dating a serial killer or your next man.
Yeah.
So people are turning to these, easy forms of psychology to change their lives.
Well, I love that you mentioned both of these, both that employers can look
Yep.
at your handwriting and you guys can kind of teach them to look for certain things in the handwriting, right?
Yeah, that's why Vesta's opened a campus from Handwriting University right here in Arizona. She's teaching classes every week for the local people in Tucson to really master this skill or just come get your handwriting analyzed.
Yes, and yes, you can. You look for what they want in an employee, and then you look to see if they have those qualities in their handwriting.
That's so interesting. And Vesta, I know last time you were here, we were talking about, wouldn't it be cool if Tina and I got our handwriting
Yes.
kind of looked at? So we wrote like a whole long page of stuff for you to kind of analyze, send it to you in advance.
Yes.
So you've had time to look at it. Can you tell us what some of those results are?
Yes.
This is mine right here that we're
Heather's.
seeing.
Okay, you remember last time I told you without even looking at your writing, I could tell you were enthusiastic?
Yes, I do remember that.
You are.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, so I already knew that.
Okay.
I got that. And did you happen to major in shopping by any chance?
In shopping?
Yes, you love to
wish.
shop.
Well, let me tell you, I might have a minor in it.
You love shopping.
See, that's so funny. I was literally just shopping this morning online. So.
See, I was telling you, you love it.
I
so
do,
funny.
but I love shopping for other people.
Well, shopping, I didn't say it just for you.
Yeah.
You
Okay,
love
good.
to shop.
That was just a side note.
It's a desire to acquire.
Okay.
So every
Yeah.
handwriting trait has a particular stroke. So you have a desire to acquire, you have enthusiasm, you have wit and sarcasm,
Yeah.
and those are some of the features that jump
Plenty.
out from your handwriting.
Yeah.
So what about relationship? What is it?
Look
say
at her.
about- I know, this is my time, girl. This is all I'm right here with them. I have to figure out what I can get.
I'll answer that shortly. You have
Okay.
something called a stinger, which is very complicated, but essentially you like a challenging guy that's not too available, but not too hard to get, so you always have this little tension of if he's going to call. And if he's too available, she's not interested.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm like into...
Once you
Now let's get to her. You've had enough.
Yeah.
Like, no, tell me more, tell me more.
That's actually really interesting. So now I'm really interested to hear what you're
Okay.
saying about Tina.
Let's throw it out
team
there.
player. She's a team player. She's very nurturing. That's a great trait to have. You know, you definitely have that.
My dog would agree.
Yeah. And a perfect thing for the position you're in is that you're a very fluid thinker.
Okay.
It's easy for you to go from one subject to the next, interviewing people. You're just a natural for it.
I've done about 1,500 interviews, and about half of the best hosts,
Yeah.
radio hosts, TV hosts, have the same trait you have,
Really?
which is a very fluid connectivity. And the great thing about this, I just had a friend of mine have a terrible accident, and I said, look, if you'll make this fluid stroke, which is typical of great thinkers, his ability to talk came back in 30 days because it stimulates the frontal lobe in a way that makes the frontal lobe fire the synaptic pathways.
Wow.
So your natural inclination is writer, speaker, etc. So this is the perfect job for you. Don't let them fire you.
Yeah. You're that boss man.
Oh, he's listening. All right, well, I definitely want to make sure we talk about this very cool conference that's coming up. It's the International Handwriting Analysis Conference. So what is that exactly?
So we have one in India and we have one in the U.S.
Wow.
And we're here in Tucson with some of the best experts in the country. It's open to the public. So if you have an interest, what is my handwriting? What is my relationship? I wonder if I have a second career. Next weekend, there's a 3-day conference, and tonight I'll be speaking right here at her store. And so if you're curious about it, come and do that. You know, the tickets are inexpensive. Tonight's a free event.
Free event.
And the event itself, you'll leave with the ability to look at anyone's handwriting and know if I want to date you, know if I want to hire you, or know if I need some personal therapy, which I might.
I can tell you that, no.
I like that last one. Well, and I love it. It works in reverse because you can take the same thing that you learn about, you know, people that are good at this profession or whatever, and change your own handwriting to try to help those
That's
traits.
what's great about it. It's fantastic.
It's a tool for, so whether you're into psychology or hypnosis or anything, it's a tool to start the process.
Yep.
So I love the fact that it opens people's worlds to self-improvement. So if you decide to change your handwriting, that's great. But if you just decide you want your kids to make better grades and have higher self-esteem, we have a book for that.
I was going to say, Bart, we have all of these great resources also available even beyond the conference. Of course, your book. We've got all of this literature. Where can we even get some of this?
Yes, well, go to Vesta's website. Everything's available at her bookstore and at her shop here in Arizona.
Artseeds.
Artseeds.com or handwritinguniversity.com. You can get all that. But I would really recommend, I mean, I can teach you Spanish from a book, but if you immerse yourself in that language, so if you immerse yourself with Vesta every week for the next year, come to the conferences, you'll walk away going, not only believe handwriting is useful, but I can use it with every date, every email you get. You know, you're like, oh, send me your handwriting, and your parents and your kids. So it becomes a very useful skill to change your life.
It saves a lot of time. You know, you don't want to keep dating the wrong person.
So I'll give you a more in-depth tonight if you come to my free lecture.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, sounds like a deal.
Bart, Vesta, thank you so much for coming today.
you.
And as we were saying, the International Handwriting Analysis Conference will take place September 18th through the 20th at the DoubleTree by Hilton. That's near Reid Park. For more details about Raise the Bar Handwriting Analysis, call 449-9249 or visit raisethebarforever.com.